You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.
Hello, I'm Bruce Lorincz, and this show is called Bruce on the Loose. I talk to people throughout Medina County, here in Wadsworth, the school system and city government. And today, Tom O'Connell is with us. And Tom, this is a follow-up show we did November 5th, and the roof wasn't even on this facility, 498, and it's Durling Drive.
Correct, Durling Drive.
And what's going on? It looks like great progress has happened.
Yeah, Bruce, so thanks again for coming out today. Yeah, we were back here in November. We were wearing winter coats, hats, I think. We could see our breath. But yeah, so over these last several months, a lot of progress has taken place. As you can see, we're actually in the final stages of this home on 498 Durling Drive. The appliances are in, the flooring's in, paint's on the walls. Plumbers are here today finishing up their punch list. An excavator's outside putting in the downspouts. We've set a dedication date. That is what we call when we present the keys to the new homeowner for April 10th. So yeah, we're on the home stretch here in Wadsworth.
How long have you been executive director, Tom?
So I've been the executive director of Habitat here in Medina County for 3 years. It'll be 3 years actually in April, so next month.
What are some of your responsibilities? I know things come up every day that add to that, but what are your main duties?
Yeah, so my main responsibilities, fundraising would be at the top of the list. It's not cheap to build a home or to buy land, so reaching out to businesses, organizations, churches, writing some grants to raise money to help build these homes, buy more property, overseeing the entire operation, so from what happens at our restore in Medina to our application process for families coming in to our program, our construction team and all they do, our volunteers, so trying to get more volunteers involved in our restore here at a build site. Going to do things like this, doing videos like this, going to civic groups across the county, speaking to them, to organizations, chamber meetings, networking, and a lot of, some financial work as well, overseeing the budget, making sure we're staying on budget, and record keeping, and a lot of odds and ends as well. Yeah.
Certainly a huge task indeed, and really progress here in Wadsworth is unbelievable. What about COVID-19? What impact has had on your donations?
So as it relates to donations, I mean, it's actually hasn't had a drastic impact. I mean, we've seen some significant financial donations, even for this home. We talked about this back in November. Heartland Community Church in Medina, donated $60,000 for this home. The home we'll talk about a little bit next door that just has the basement in right now. Local foundation donated $60,000. So we've seen some significant financial contributions even during a pandemic. One of the challenges with the pandemic was the amount of volunteers we could have on site. We tried to be very careful, especially when we were doing work inside the home, limiting the number of people that could be in here. We were wearing masks for a number of months during the pandemic. So that was challenging when you had a group reach out and say, we want to send 15 people. We really had to pare that number down, and that was hard because you want everyone to come, but during those times we just had to limit it.
What was the foundation that donated $60,000 next door, and is that typical? It seemed like in the past I didn't hear about that too much, with organizations stepping up and giving such big amounts of money. Yeah,
so for us it was new. This was a new foundation that we got to know the end of last year, 2021. We got to know them. They asked some questions about what we're doing, and it's a local family that started this foundation, and they wanted to help their kids. This really was a moving story that they wanted to teach their kids not only about writing a check, but also getting out and helping people. And so they have written a check to us, and they're also going to come out and help build the home as well. So that is the Wichita Foundation. They're based out of Medina County, and yeah, they've made that donation already. And starting, I believe in May, they're going to be literally next door here, out helping build the walls for this home next door.
Hopefully we'll cross our fingers with COVID maybe
Right.
being behind us. We'll probably need, if it's just that family, we'll probably need volunteers to help out. But do you have to be an expert carpenter to, and Nicole and I, we
Right.
talked
We
about
talked
that
about-
last
yeah,
time,
we did,
that some people don't have the skills that other people do.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Bruce, and we get that a lot. You don't have to have any skill, background, experience. They let me go out there and swing a hammer every now and then. Yeah, we really take anyone, anyone and everyone. We do have some age, limitations, especially when we're using saws, nail guns, those kind of things, power equipment. But for the most part, it's anyone and everyone's welcome, whether you've helped build a home before and never swung a hammer before. And the way we do that is we have some employees, but then we also have a core group of volunteers that they really know what they're doing. And we pair this volunteer group or individuals up with them. And so they're working alongside a skilled person that does know what they're doing.
So you have someone leading the novices or the laymen into the various tasks. So they can maybe hand things and help out and run errands, etc. around the property.
Yeah.
I'm sure Habitat really is happy to have a site like this with two homes next door. Again, you did some work already there. You're ready to go maybe later in the spring on that one.
Right.
That probably helps the organization.
It does. It really gives us a lot of flexibility so that, as you can see, obviously that we're under roof here. And so if the weather's bad and we can't be next door, we can be here. It helps when we have a group that maybe has more people to be able to split the people up. Okay, you go on this house and this group will work on this house. The kind of the neat thing right now, we have two homes here in Wadsworth next door to each other, and then we have two homes in Brunswick that are side by side as well. So both of our build sites have two homes on them right now. So it's very convenient. It really works well. So we're trying to find more properties like this that we can build side by side on.
So if we add those 4 homes in their completion, how many homes then would Habitat for Humanity of Medina County have created?
When we're done the 4th home, it would be 48. 48 homes.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
And especially today, with interest rates going up and, very scarcity of homes, that's got to make your board and you very, very happy that you're finding places for individuals of need.
Yeah, we are. We've been very fortunate over this last year to purchase some properties in Brunswick. We are actively talking with a property owner here in Wadsworth, not too far from this location, about buying some property from him probably later on this year. So yeah, we've been very fortunate, but at the same time we know land is becoming harder and harder to find, and we are always networking with realtors, city officials, business owners, individuals, churches. If they know someone, if they are someone that has a piece of property or even a home, that's something, not a lot of people know that we have rehabbed homes. I'm in the process of purchasing a home from a local church in Brunswick right now that we will rehab.
Maybe it was a former parsonage?
It was at one point, and it's sat empty the last couple of years, and we've developed a relationship with this local church, and we're in the process of purchasing that home from them. So yeah, if anyone has a home that maybe, and this happened here in Wadsworth, someone left their home to us, Habitat, in their will. It was over on Stevenson Drive. This was back in 2019. We finished that house. And when the homeowners had passed, the home was given to Habitat through their will. So that's something as well. It doesn't happen often, but if it makes sense and works for that family, we would be very open to a conversation about that.
And this is a purchase. You're not talking about a gift, although you would take a gift. This is purchasing the land near here.
Yeah, the one that was a will, it was a gift. Right. Yeah, we didn't have to purchase that. But yeah, the home, we are willing, we obviously would take a donation, but yeah, do have resources to purchase homes or properties as well.
Tom, why don't we take a look here at we're in the
Absolutely.
kitchen and tell us what it looks like.
Yeah.
Boy, a lot of storage here.
Yeah, so you can see here we're standing literally in the kitchen, and this is kind of a new design for us. We've never done a peninsula kind of setup here in the kitchen, but we thought it'd be a neat way to kind of lay out the kitchen, give them a little more countertop space, have more pantry space behind us. So yeah, this is basically going to be an open, kind of an open room, open concept when you first come in. Kitchen, dining room, and then living room to the right of where we are standing today. One of the neat things about Habitat International is they have a relationship with Whirlpool, the appliance company. So this microwave, the microwave and range have been donated by Whirlpool.
What about the refrigerator?
So due to appliance shortages, Whirlpool was donating refrigerators as well, but over the last year or so, we've had to purchase those. And we work with a local appliance company, Home Appliance Sales and Service. They have a location in Lodi, Brunswick, and now I believe up in Avon. And we work with them to purchase this fridge. And then downstairs in the basement, we have a brand new set of washer and dryer donated by Home Appliance Sales and Service. They've done this now over the last 2 years, I believe. And they've committed to, as we finish homes, they donate a brand new washer and dryer for that homeowner. So it's really an amazing donation from this local company. They've sent employees, not on this house, but back on one of our houses in Brunswick that we finished in 2020. They had some employees come out and help build the house as well. They're a great local partner with us here at Habitat. Yeah.
We'll hear some pounding
Yep.
in the basement.
Correct.
It's a very nice basement. It
Yeah.
certainly could be a rec room for the
Absolutely.
kids, and
Yep.
also maybe some work being done outside, some excavation.
Absolutely, yeah. So they're putting in the downspouts today, and I think they're going to start doing some final excavation work on the site as well.
Well, I'm really impressed with the cabinets, with
Yeah.
the storage. A lot of houses you see built today, they kind of cut corners, and the storage isn't what it could be.
Sure. Yeah, we really are proud of the product we produce, the quality of the work. And as we talked about, I mean, 90% of this home has been built by volunteers. Obviously, we have skilled people even in the home and outside the home today working on the plumbing and excavation. But, I mean, the walls, the drywall, the windows, the flooring, the siding, the roof has all been installed and completed by volunteers.
Can we take a look right behind us and
Absolutely.
see where, I think that's leading to the garage.
Yep.
Okay.
Turn the light on real quick.
So look, couple steps out, and we're at two-car garage.
Yeah, all of our homes have a two-car attached garage. Yeah, so a lot of space for the homeowner to put their vehicle or vehicles in, and even some storage as well. Yep.
Okay, and what will you do then with the driveway? Will the driveway be asphalted?
It'll be concrete.
Okay,
yeah,
concrete,
we'll do
okay.
a concrete driveway and then also
Wow.
a sidewalk.
Well,
Yep.
wonderful, wonderful. What about if people, we talk about the skills, what if they don't have the skills? What other steps could people do to donate to Habitat for Humanity?
So they could donate their time by volunteering at our restore. You know, maybe they...
And where is that located?
The restore is located at 233 Lafayette Road in Medina. So they can volunteer at our restore, sorting donations, helping stock shelves, helping customers with sales, those kind of things. They can also donate their car, something we don't talk a lot about, but you can donate your car to Habitat International, and then if you designate our affiliate, we would get some money from the sale of that car. They can also make a financial donation through our website, medinahabitat.org. We accept donations of any amount, $20, $5,000, $200, can be done online. Obviously, they can send checks to our office, which again is located at the same location as the Restore, 233 Lafayette Road. So yeah, those are a few ways that if people, for different reasons can't come out to a build site, are unable to come out to a build site, they can still kind of get involved. They can shop too at the Restore. That's a whole nother thing. Donate items to the Restore. We pick up items across Medina County at no charge to you.
Like if someone didn't want to have a tag sale, my wife and I donated several pieces of furniture.
Right.
Trucks came and
Yep.
took things away, and the sale of that helps all
Yeah.
the supplies and things you need.
Yeah, so the reason we run the Restore is it generates revenue for us, to then go back into our mission, to our work to buy property and to build affordable homes with families here in Medina County. So yeah, we encourage people to shop. If you're buying a new couch, if you're buying a light fixture, if you need some plumbing supplies, electric supplies, you're looking for some houseware items, we have, I think our sales floor is around 30,000 square feet of items to purchase.
Tell me about the people coming in, the process that they have to go through from maybe the beginning till you give them the keys.
Yeah, so there's an application process, and there's really 3 criteria that they have to meet. First is need for better housing. Need could be their structural, things could be unsafe where they're living. Need could also be they're paying too much, maybe half of their monthly income for rent. The second criteria is the willingness to partner with us, and what we mean by that is sweat equity. So everyone that comes into our program, is accepted into our program, has to do volunteer hours or sweat equity. Hundreds of hours, helping someone else's home be built. So some of our other partner families in our program literally help build this house. They're out here volunteering, doing sweat equity. They've also volunteered at our Restore. So they have to be willing to contribute to help someone else first.
So someone that might get a property in Brunswick, get a house in Brunswick, could work on next door,
Absolutely.
the house here in Wadsworth.
Yeah, and they get to know each other, and they get to understand the process before we start building their home in Brunswick, as you said. And then the third criteria is they have to have the ability to pay for this home. Habitat homes are not free. That's one of the common misconceptions of our program, is these are free homes, when that's not the case. We have a mortgage. We call it an affordable mortgage. It is a 30-year zero-interest mortgage. And as I believe I shared with you back in November, our average mortgage payment for our homes, which are again around 1,300 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-car garage homes, is around $550 a month. And that includes their principal payment, their insurance, and their taxes. So it's what we call, again, an affordable mortgage. And so those are the 3 criteria that our families, we call them partner families, have to meet.
What was the reaction of some of the neighbors in the area when they saw in September you broke ground and the house next door, and maybe the City of Wadsworth? How did they react to the building?
Yeah, so the City of Wadsworth has been incredibly supportive to us with the permitting process, with all that work that goes on through the building department. They've been incredibly supportive. Mayor Labaugh and her team have been incredibly supportive to Habitat. The neighbors in general have been great. We're a lot when we come into our neighborhood, especially when we take up 2 lots like this and we have cars on the street and, there's equipment, heavy equipment. It's a lot, and we understand that when we come into a neighborhood. But even just the reception we've received here, one neighbor in particular who lives close by, I believe I heard this through the grapevine, on Saturdays has allowed even some of our volunteers to park in their driveway, which is such an incredible gesture. They don't have to, and that goes a long way.
I was here and I go through here quite often. About a month ago, you could see the city electrical trucks were here, kind of blocking one of the lanes, and they had people directing traffic and everything. And certainly that adds to the city. It really, people probably feel so good about having a home.
Yeah, I mean, really, we're adding value to this neighborhood. Before we purchased these lots, they were empty. And I think at one time there was a home on this property and a shed and all that. But, for the most part, they were empty. And, we've put 2 homes on here. They're going to add tax value to the city. Now there's going to be 2 homeowners now in this neighborhood. And they're going to get to know their neighbors. And both of these future homeowners are local. They live already in Wadsworth. They have children in the Wadsworth City School system. And we're excited that they're going to continue to contribute to the well-being of their neighborhood and their community.
Well, people coming in is not all bad either, with the number of openings in factories and businesses. I think I could walk down, take a tour, and get 4 or 5 jobs, Tom.
You sure could, Bruce. You sure could. But that's something we're realizing as I travel around the county and talk to business leaders, city officials. There is really a crisis of affordable home ownership, affordable homes, affordable housing in general. And one of the things I hear from business owners is people I want to hire sometimes don't live in Medina County because they can't afford to live here. So they maybe take a job in Summit County, Cuyahoga County, before they'll take a job in Medina County, because they're thinking of, well, I have to commute then into Medina County, and it's cheaper for me to work where I live. So yeah, we're trying to help businesses by providing affordable housing opportunities for more individuals, so that then local businesses can hire these residents of the county.
So this just isn't an inner city problem with housing. It's certainly in Medina County. We think it's someone else's issue, but we have the issue here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not, Medina County is not immune to the affordable housing crisis that we're seeing today, really across the country, and even for us to think locally here in Medina County. And I'm glad to be a part of an organization that's doing something about it.
Tom, we're not going to go downstairs, but I really enjoyed the walkout basement where you could walk right out, and the path for the city is right there where people can get some exercise, and you see some people doing that and biking and doing all kind of good things.
It's an incredible amenity for these two future homeowners to have right in their backyard. Yeah, it sure is. Yep.
Okay, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to see the rest of the house coming up. We're continuing with Tom O'Connell, and Tom, we can go down this hall a little bit here and actually see the house that you have planned yet this spring.
Yeah, so this will be the access for the homeowner here to get to their backyard. Now, as you can see out through this window here in the door, that is the beginning stages of the home next door on Durling Drive. Where the next step is putting the floor deck across the foundation there, and then in May we're scheduled to start literally framing in the walls right next door.
So the 10th of April, we're going to have a dedication for this home. When do you anticipate that house to be done?
I would say sometime in the fall.
Okay.
Probably October, November.
Okay.
We'll be finishing up that.
And then the houses in Brunswick?
So we'll finish up one of the homes in Brunswick in probably May. That one's next on the schedule, and then the other one we'll probably pick up the work on that maybe later in the fall as well.
Is it a real challenge? You know, we hear about supply chain, and I go to the grocery shopping, and some of the shelves are not maybe half filled and everything. I would imagine you really have to plan ahead to get your supplies that you need.
We do. That is the challenge right now, is not necessarily getting them, but just the time frame to get them. Things are usually weeks later than they normally are. But, you know, we now know how to plan ahead and to order in enough time so the materials show up on time.
Okay, why don't we back out of the hall here and take a look, and we're going to take a look. Is this a bedroom right across the way, Tom?
Yeah, so this is one of 3 bedrooms here in this home. So all the bedrooms are about the same size, around 10 by 12 in diameter. All have closets with them as well. So
it looks like the fire detector.
Oh, yeah,
you have that, yeah.
Absolutely.
Those are really important. You never know when accidents do happen, and that's really significant. And a beautiful window here to see out and take a look at the beautiful weather here we have in Northeast Ohio. At least the last 3 days, right?
They've been wonderful. They've been wonderful.
No question about it.
Yeah.
So how does weather impact you? You really have to kind of work around that as well.
We do. We have to just adjust our schedule. If the weather doesn't cooperate, we make other plans. And that's why it's nice to have multiple projects under construction at one time in different phases, because you know, if it's raining or snowing still, and we can't be outside, we can then work inside on a home as well.
Okay, why don't we continue down the hall? And I'm really impressed with the storage. You know, people in a lot of houses don't have adequate storage.
So this is the linen closet.
Wow, yeah.
All the way here, just outside the restroom, the bathroom.
And a lot of things put down below as well. Yeah, that's wonderful.
And I think we know as homeowners, you always fill your storage quickly.
Yeah, things when you ever move or everything, you find that out very much so.
So we have 2 more bedrooms here.
Okay.
Again, about the same size, and then the restroom.
Okay.
Is right here.
All right. Yeah. Very, very nice size. Very nice size.
Yep.
And
so again, all new fixtures, vanity, countertops, lights, all brand new.
do you sometimes get comments from, let's say you hand the keys to the family, and do they get back with you in a year or two and say, we're in heaven, we just can't believe this happened to us and we're so fortunate?
Yeah, I mean, the feedback we get from families is overly positive. I just talked with one of our homeowners who recently moved in I think it was August of 2021. Talked with her on the phone, and she just says, I love my home more and more every day.
Doesn't that make you and the board feel like, you have a purpose?
Absolutely.
And it really is important to go ahead and follow through, and any lead you have, you probably follow up on and just cross your fingers and hope that this is going to lead to maybe property or donations.
Yep.
Sometimes you get surprised, probably,
Absolutely,
right? Just like the gentleman that walked up here and said, hey, I have some land.
Yeah, right outside, and I met with him about a month or two later, and yeah, it seems like it's going to work out just down the road, yeah.
And I'm sure the other communities, Medina and Brunswick, are really very supportive and very pleased because, again, there are people that, as you say, much of their income goes to their house, and after a while that really gets burdensome.
It sure does. It sure does. And it really means it's very meaningful work what we're doing.
Well, I certainly appreciate all your time, Tom, and the efforts here, and I'm sure the city government does as well. And thank you for viewing Bruce on the Loose, and we will go ahead and talk to the Medina County Showbiz Company next week, and then Warriors Journey Home the week after. Thanks for viewing.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.